A man finds me there and demands, "What are you doing here, brother? Sorry. Sorry for frightening Faye, you know I only returned because of you." A strange object catches my attention. I lift it and ask, "What is this? Could this be treasure?" I bite it, but it will not break. I shake off the foolish hope and mutter, "It seems I am dreaming in broad daylight." Inside the house, a knock interrupts dinner. The mother asks, "Who is it?" At the doorway, my mother opens the door and gasps, "You? Why return? It is New Year. Do not frighten Faye. Leave." "Mother, just let me warm my hands." Father throws something at my feet and points outside. "Take it, sleep in the ruined village temple and stop disgracing us." I stare at him. "Father." I kneel before them. "This bow repays your kindness in raising me. From today onward we share no bond." I declare that no bond remains between us. Father answers my severance with one cold word. "Fine." Cold consumes me inside the temple. Am I truly going to die here? Warmth slowly returns to my frozen body. I open my eyes, feel my breath, and whisper, "I am still alive. Someone is nearby. Are you the one who saves me?" The stranger studies me. "What are you? Aren't you the ugly one from the western village?" He recognizes where I come from. "Why are you here alone?" The elder wonders, "Your brother returns home for New Year, but does your virtuous wife throw you out?" He laments my fate. "What a cruel thing. Father needs delivering to the Taoist temple on Jiming Mountain. Help carry it and come along." His offer gives me somewhere to go. "Thank you, elder." I look back toward the distant village. Before following the elder, I promise myself, one day I will return. At the mountain temple, silence presses around me. I scan the empty grounds and call, "Who is hiding here?" There is no sign of the resident Taoist. Where is the Taoist associated with this temple? A voice answers from nearby. "That ox-nosed Taoist is right here." Then comes an order. "Go." I follow the stranger without understanding his purpose. As the path grows darker, I gather my courage and ask, "Where are you taking me?" The danger leaves me begging for my life. "Spare me." Only yesterday, I dream of rising above everyone and living with dignity. My hopes collapse as the stranger turns away. He gives me no explanation and commands, "Follow me." The stranger discovers my potential and exults. "Heaven truly helps me. Even an ugly wretch like you awakens a spiritual root. Senior, you no longer mock me, right?" The elder cuts me off. "Do not smile. Your face makes this old man want to vomit." He examines me again. "What is your name?" "Everyone calls me the ugly one." "Do you have another name?" The question stirs a faded memory. I vaguely remember one. It is Miles, though nobody has spoken that name for many years. The ancient spirit reveals his demand. The cultivation sect stole this sovereign's blood spirit bowl, infiltrate their ranks and steal it back. The cultivation sect, I truly have a chance to walk the path of immortality. Stealing inside is dangerous, but it beats constant hunger and everyone's contempt. The choice is clear. "Fine, senior, I will do everything possible." The ancient spirit corrects me sharply. "Doing everything possible is insufficient. You must fulfill your purpose. Leave the sect once every 3 years and report your progress. Do not let this old man catch you slacking." He binds the command to something worse. This pill bears the death curse of this sovereign. Harbor crooked intentions or fail within 3 years and the curse activates. It devours your soul, denying you any hope of either life or death. You can neither live nor die, now get out. Dave points me onward. The cultivation sect in the nearby town is recruiting disciples. Your mixed spiritual roots should make infiltrating them easy enough for someone like you. I abandon my hesitation. After all, I possess only this one miserable life and fear cannot preserve it. Death awaits me either way. I steady myself and decide to solve the immediate danger before worrying about anything beyond it. As I approach, someone in the gathering spots me. The onlooker points in my direction and shouts, "He is here. You jinx, who lets you come here? Look at your ugly face. Ugly wretch, stop disgracing us or you get no food at home." Their insult stings, but I refuse to bow. I face them and answer, "Disgrace you, I am born this way. Is how I am born really my fault? I serve you like an ox for 16 years. Am I still not devoted and filial enough? If I enter the cultivation sect today, our family paths separate forever. You walk your broad road, while I cross my own narrow bridge alone from now on. The ugly boy you know is already dead on that New Year's Eve." I remember that freezing New Year's Eve and answer bitterly, "The boy you knew dies alone in the icy snow." Facing Victor, I request, "Please grant this disciple one chance to take the entrance test." He refuses. Rules cannot be broken. The test requires 100 taels of silver. Victor relents. "Your sincerity earns a rare exception. Place your hand on the stone." Dave's green token is the only reason the cultivation sect allows me this test. I press my hands against the testing stone. Its light reveals all 9 spiritual roots hidden within me. The crowd erupts. 9 spiritual roots, ruined, that is the most mixed, useless root. Even that red-faced freak awakens a root. He absolutely must be cheating. The crowd agrees. Exactly what right does he have? Victor cuts them off. Silence, whether he cheats is for this elder to judge. He has immortal destiny. His awakening succeeds. From today he is an immortal. The villagers realize he is no longer ugly and we cannot offend him. Congratulations, he joins the sect. Fortune smokes from the Han family's ancestral graves. My father changes instantly. "Son, please forgive that impulsive mistake just now. Brother, your younger brother is foolish and immature. Please forgive his offense." My mother follows, grieving. "Your mother was too harsh, remembering it hurts." She pleads, "Please never resent your mother." The examiner presents a banknote worth 100 taels. The examiner holds it out. This is your reward for passing the test, take it. Though I never know your care, let me call you Mother once more. Mother, the immortal road stretches endlessly. This is our final parting now. I suppress the pain of our final parting. Looking at Mother one last time, I say, from now onward, consider me truly dead. Before anyone receives admission, the entrance examiner gathers us around the testing stone and begins assessing our spiritual root attributes. The entrance examiner gestures toward the stone and instructs us. Everyone must test their spiritual root attributes. Place your hands upon it one at a time. Owen receives his result. Wind, water, and frost roots, provisional outer branch disciple. The next cultivation candidate steps forward and approaches the testing stone, waiting nervously for the examiner's judgment. Senior, what makes a spiritual root good? The answer comes, purity determines quality. Those are called heavenly roots, and cultivating with them is effortless. They consume the fewest resources. 3, 4, and 5 root talents barely merit discussion. Such talents are called false or mixed roots in the cultivation world. Someone with mixed roots may never pass the 3rd level of Kai refining, let alone reach foundation establishment. In short, fewer attributes mean greater talent. Take my advice and go home. Sick life is harsher than mortality. I stay even at level 1, cultivation can change my fate. Since you seek death, report to the Jade Mine as a menial disciple. I reach the remote Jade Mine and begin my new life there as a lowly menial disciple. A 9-rooted ugly freak, what rotten luck. The overseer sneers. From now on, you handle the abandoned mine at the western edge. My assignment comes with one rule. Mine 10 jin of blue pattern jade every day, or do not expect to receive any food. At the abandoned mine, my work begins. My cultivation begins here. I study the strange object. What exactly are you? They say blood can bind a master, I might as well try. I place my blood upon the strange object and test whether it truly recognizes me as its master. Heavenly eye perceive all things in reverse yin and yang. Mysterious power awakens behind my eyes, sharpening my sight and revealing movements that ordinary vision cannot follow. The world changes before my widened eyes. Watching every motion crawl, I wonder aloud. Is this the flow of time? Everything around me slows. Even shattered stone hangs almost motionless, while every drifting fragment becomes perfectly clear to my awakened sight. My spiritual sense awakens. I finally take my first step into cultivation. Within my body, I clearly see a narrow Kai meridian carrying energy toward my danshin. 10 obvious blockages choke its main channel, obstructing true Kai from my danshin. The meridian only functions after every blockage opens and true Kai reaches my body. The cultivation assessor's verdict returns. You will never reach Kai refining's 1st level. Yet with this heaven-defying treasure, even that impossible breakthrough may be worth attempting. A harsh voice cuts in. Hey, ugly freak. This captain is short on points lately and needs someone running errands. Follow me and you will live well instead of hauling rocks here. Thank you, senior, but my clumsiness could ruin your important affairs. Another disciple intervenes. The captain leads one of 8 excavation crews. With your worthless talent, following him means gaining a powerful patron. Sorry, senior, my work is starting, so both of you should leave. There is no free meal, they only want protection money from me. It is plainly protection money. The captain changes tactics. Fine pity inspires generosity. Out of kindness, you may borrow 50 points. Just sign this contract. Afterward, you repay 10 points every month, with both principal and interest included in each payment. The contract's terms bind every future month. First month, day 26, the borrower receives 50 points. The contract reads, the monthly payment remains 10 points. I sign the contract. Then thank you for the loan, senior. At least you know your place, now get lost. The captain dismisses me once the contract is signed. With this slave contract signed, you will slowly be tormented to death. In this world, the strong devour the weak. Survival requires greater strength. I understand the danger surrounding me. Before confronting anyone stronger, I resolve. First, I must improve my strength. I activate the heaven-piercing eye, testing whether it truly reveals everything hidden from ordinary sight. I focus my awakened sight upon the surrounding rock. The solid stone turns transparent, revealing something unusual buried deep inside. Green gleam appears within the transparent rock. I lean closer, scarcely believing my sight, and exclaim, there is a green jade shard inside. I estimate that one green jade shard equals more than 100 jin of ordinary green flower jade. With this extraordinary sight, finding hidden treasure becomes almost unfairly easy. The miner gapes at my hull. You dig this much in one morning. Just luck, a weatherdrock area leads me straight into abundant green flower jade. The hull weighs 110 jin, earning me 110 points. He marvels, your luck is unbelievable. Just luck, nothing more. 100 points buy only 1 spirit stone. Cultivation is truly expensive. Near the gambling table, a miner quietly studies my repeated success. Narrowing his eyes, he tells his companion. That newcomer clearly knows some hidden trick. Spiritual energy gathers inside me and surges at my command. Rise. The barrier finally breaks. The first Kai refining level is complete. This overturns the cultivation assessor's claim. 9 spirit roots can never reach the first level. I refuse to forget the unpaid debt. Facing my enemy without retreating, I issue a challenge. Come and collect your interest whenever you dare. A miner beckons from nearby. Want 2 rounds, risking little for great reward. The miner promises sudden wealth and temptation makes me hesitate. I study the gambling table, wondering whether my unusual sight can turn his offer into profit. My awakened sight can expose value hidden inside every stone. I decide that risking points for spirit stones is worthwhile and tell the miner. Then let us try. The miner watches every choice I make, his suspicion steadily deepening. Beside the gambling table, the miner watches my success with growing suspicion. He lowers his voice and mutters. Something is definitely strange about that newcomer. Today's fun ends. The miner finally ends our game and gathers the remaining stones. Keeping his suspicion hidden, he tells me. That is enough for today, farewell. I count my spirit stones. They should carry me into the second Kai refining level, yet the small pile still feels painfully insufficient for future cultivation. I need far more spirit stones to continue cultivating. Searching for another valuable piece of green flower jade now seems like my quickest path forward. My search reveals another piece. Green flower jade, this time I am truly rich. A miner scoffs. You claim 10,000 jin green flower jade lies here. Are you mocking me? It is real but too heavy. Please help me, senior miner. The senior miner studies my discovery and says, you truly know your way around, but 1/10 of the profit is my fee. I nod. No problem. He freezes before the stone. Heavens, 3 years mining and nothing ever compares to this. Your luck is incredible. Come, it is time to exchange this jade. At the exchange, excited whispers erupt around us. Have you heard the news? The new ugly miner discovers green flower jade weighing over 10,000 jin. Another miner calculates the reward. Over 7,000 points, that exceeds a lifetime's earnings. A third voice gasps. That can buy more than 70 spirit stones. A disciple confronts Peter. This debtor refuses to pay. His signed note owes 50 points, now 300 with interest. Peter turns toward me with the note. Is this accusation true? Peter, examine it carefully. I actually lent that disciple 50 points. The accuser explodes. Bullshit, the loan came from you. When did our roles reverse? Holding firm, I correct him. Exactly, he borrowed my points, I never borrowed his. Do not joke about this. Your fingerprint is still clearly pressed onto the note. If you doubt it, have the whole master authenticate the fingerprint. No one would dare bully you. The steward demurs. You flatter me, this IOU's contents are questionable. It is void, no one may mention this debt again. Now get out. The disgraced group withdraws under the steward's command. Outside the mine, the humiliated disciple glares back at the entrance. Clenching both fists, he vows. This grudge ends only when one of us dies. At the mine, workers gather around their discovery. When Luke arrives for inspection, they lower their heads and bow respectfully before him. They present the immense stone. Luke, this is the giant blue-veined jade we mentioned. Luke examines it closely. Indeed, nothing this huge has emerged since mining began. The workers agree, the entire jade mining region has never produced anything comparable. At first, Miles seemed to be boasting. Seeing it with our own eyes was shocking. Another worker considers its fate. Luke, ordinary talismans would waste this jade. How should it be handled? The artifact refining workshop cannot justify turning such a rare stone into common objects. Luke reaches no final decision. Leave it here for now, we will discuss its use later. As Luke turns away, one of the workers suddenly calls him back. Luke pauses. What is it? The worker points. The jade flashed just now. A purple light came from it. Another worker recoils. Blue vein jade cannot shine purple, impossible. At the mine, Peter doubts what he sees. Luke raises a hand and says, Enough, Peter, leave the jade here for later examination. Peter bows and sees Luke off. A sudden cry erupts near the giant stone. Spirit, stop. A purple light flew out. A worker confirms the sighting, but it vanishes instantly. At the mine, the strange light vanishes without leaving a trace. A worker orders the others. Remain here and guard the jade. The search continues outside. 2 full years pass while my enemy waits for revenge. During that time, I continue cultivating and leave my former mortal weakness far behind. In only 2 years, I rise from a mere mortal to cultivation's 2nd level. Heaven also grants me the all-seeing eye, placing extraordinary power within my reach. Now the cultivation sect will tremble before me, yet an inexplicably familiar sensation interrupts my resolve. Why does this feel so familiar? A short sword flies inside at midnight. This cannot be a dream. Its shape is unimpressive, but the exposed edge appears extraordinarily sharp. Perhaps it is a treasure. Before I can examine it further, someone outside calls for Miles. An intruder confronts me. You never expected this, Miles. Your enemy paid dearly to lure you into this valley. So that explains why Peter suddenly assigns me to this remote construction worksite. The man behind them intends an ambush. One attacker snaps. Enough talk, attack together and kill him. Both attackers rush me. You want to kill me, then let us see who dies first. I meet their attack head on. I strike before either attacker can regain his balance. My counterattack lands cleanly, deciding which of us faces death first. One attacker stares in disbelief. You reach Kai Refining's 2nd level, impossible. One attacker falters instead of helping his companion. The wounded man turns toward him and screams. Attack, you useless fool. The second attacker finally lunges toward me. Raising his weapon, he roars. Die? You want me dead, but the two of you are not qualified. One attacker suddenly abandons the fight and turns away. I immediately pursue him, calling after his retreating back. Trying to run. The surviving attacker races toward the only open path, but I move first. I step across his escape route and force him to stop before me. The trapped attacker recoils from me in terror. Dropping his weapon, he clasps his hands and begs. Spare me. I block his final escape and advance without lowering my weapon. Meeting his terrified gaze, I warn him. You are not leaving either. The attacker falls to his knees and pleads, I am wrong, please spare me. I don't want to kill anyone, but you should never have forced me. The defeated attacker appeals to our former bond. Crawling backward, he begs me. Brother, please do not kill me. Blame yourself. I once considered you my cultivation goal, but you're unworthy. Before I can leave, a fellow disciple hurries over and calls for me to stop. I turn back and wait for his question. A fellow disciple approaches and demands, Where have you been? Where are Owen and the other accomplice? I glance aside and answer his question bluntly. I needed to piss. He studies my soaked clothes. Did you piss all over yourself? This is sweat. I bathe in the pool. Is that your concern too? You refuse to repent until death faces you, then die. I confront the hostile disciple and refuse to retreat again. Raising my weapon, I declare, Today either you die or I do. He sneers at me. A wretch like you dares fight me. I reveal the hidden talisman and meet his confidence with my own. Before activating it, I ask, Do you think only you possess a trump card? My icy talisman catches the hostile disciple unprepared. He stares at it in disbelief and demands, How can you still possess another talisman? Fortunately, I have bought this life-saving talisman or I die here today. I stand over the defeated disciple and prepare to deliver my final sentence. I raise my weapon over the defeated disciple and pronounce his fate. In your next life, remember to bring more snacks. Before construction reaches this place, I make the killing appear accidental. Someone kills the python and discovers the bones inside its belly. I study the scene and murmur. Then every remaining detail fits together naturally, leaving no reason for suspicion. The accomplice Owen and the hostile disciple leave no trace in this affair. When all three vanish without evidence, the sect steward summons me for questioning about their final journey. Last night, the missing disciples follow you out and disappear. You still dare argue. Steward, I cultivate outside last night, but never see the senior disciple. The steward produces a red heart pill for the examination. The steward raises the red pill. Swallow this truth pill if you dare. It's over if I take it, nothing stays hidden. Either way, I die. Death waits either way, so I steady myself and declare, My conscience is clear, give me the pill. The steward watches me swallow it, then asks directly, Did you kill those 3 missing disciples? I meet the steward's gaze and answer without hesitation. No, I did not kill those 3 disciples. The pill exposes no lie. This matter has nothing to do with you. The steward dismisses me with a wave. Return to your quarters and rest. Once outside, I finally breathe freely and consider how my strange eye concealed the truth when the pill tested every word. My strange eye does more than change my fate, it protects my secrets. Today, that hidden power also saves my life from the steward's judgment. From now on, no one else lays claim to my life. From this moment onward, I refuse to surrender my fate. Whatever dangers wait inside the cultivation sect, only I decide how my life ends. The cultivation sect marks our year of hard work with special rewards. At the annual ceremony, the steward addresses us from the platform. Every worker receives a reward for this difficult year. 3 grand prizes have also been prepared. Excitement spreads through the remaining disciples, and I watch the prize table closely. After everything endured in the valley, even an ordinary share helps my cultivation, while a grand prize could change my position entirely. The steward announces, The largest prize contains 60 spirit stones. How many workers have already departed that those of us remaining hold unexpectedly favorable odds? I study the prize table while names are called one after another. Every reward removed narrows the possibilities, yet the largest prize remains untouched. Murmurs spread through the crowd as hope rises. I keep my expression calm, though 60 spirit stones could advance my cultivation and fund many talismans. Then the next result is drawn. The examiner pauses over one result, then motions urgently for the steward to inspect it. 10 spirit stones, congratulations, Junior. The examiner officially awards all 10 spirit stones to me. A resentful cultivator glares at my reward and mutters, How does this bastard keep getting so lucky? I ignore him, secure the 10 spirit stones, and leave before jealousy becomes something more dangerous. Wyatt approaches me after learning about the spirit stones I receive. The fellow disciple approaches and asks, Could you lend me 5 spirit stones? Everyone will be returned next month. What do you need them for? Wyatt answers, To reach the 3rd cultivation level. Missing the formal disciple examination means waiting another 6 months. The spirit stones are yours, but first I need to know something. I ask, How much do you know about the deceased man's uncle? The uncle, that man is sinister, vicious, treacherous, and utterly ruthless by nature. He enters Shane's tutelage only by offering a mysterious treasure bowl as tribute. He is inseparably tied to Henry's death. A treasure bowl, now I understand. Thank you for clearing this up, Senior. My doubts finally settle. Wyatt accepts the stones with both hands and says, Junior. Wyatt remembers this kindness. I nod, knowing the favor may prove more valuable than the stones once hidden enemies begin moving against me. The blood spirit bowl, Felix, and the uncle now form a single trail before me. The cultivation sect now feels deeper and more dangerous than I imagined, with every clue revealing another concealed struggle beneath its orderly surface. This trial decides your fate. Pass and become a formal sect disciple. The cultivation sect's resources become yours. Fail and you are expelled. The examiner warns us. Failure sends you back to the mortal world, and the cultivation sect will never admit you again. I listen carefully, understanding that this trial offers no second opportunity. Everything gained through hardship depends upon surviving the valley and completing the assigned mission. Crush the life-saving jade when death comes and leave the valley alive. But crushing it means failure. Weigh that choice carefully for yourselves. The life-saving jade reveals how dangerous this journey truly is. I secure it inside my clothing, then study the valley entrance and the wary disciples around me. Greater danger promises greater rewards, but only survivors can claim them. I steady my breathing and prepare to gamble everything on this trial. The examiner raises one hand and commands, "Everyone enter the valley, you have 3 days." I cross the boundary with the other disciples, then immediately separate from the crowd. Staying near desperate rivals invites betrayal, while traveling alone lets me choose each battle and conceal every technique I use. Inside the valley, a red chain snake slips from the brush and blocks my path. I draw my weapon and tell it, "You will be my first target." The snake attacks with startling speed, forcing me aside before its fangs reach my leg. I observe its movements, test the distance, and notice that its scales offer little protection. A direct fireball misses, but the failed strike reveals exactly how the creature dodges. Its speed is high, but its defense is weak. The fireball fails. I stop chasing the snake's movement and prepare another method. Then I use this. I wait until it lunges, release the attack across its escape path, and finally catch it before it can twist away. The creature collapses, confirming that patience and prediction overcome its superior speed. Beyond the fallen snake, I spot a pale fruit and whisper, "A silver moon fruit." The silver moon fruit is one of 3 required mission items. I carefully store the silver moon fruit beside the other mission item. Only an iron-armored rhinoceros horn remains before I can complete the trial. Finding one means confronting a much stronger beast, so I check my talismans, recover my breath, and continue deeper into the valley without relaxing my guard. I stare at the discovery and exclaim, "What fortune, this opportunity is enormous." Spirit stones cover the hidden chamber in quantities beyond anything I have seen. I step inside cautiously, searching for formations, traps, or a concealed guardian. Nothing immediately moves. Is this the cultivation sect's warehouse, or a senior cultivator's hidden legacy? I ask the silence. Either answer makes the treasure dangerous. Taking too much could expose me, yet abandoning such wealth would be madness. I test the nearest pile, confirm the stones are genuine, and calculate how much my storage can conceal. I'm rich. A vast fortune in spirit stones lies before me. This fortune makes me rich, yet my storage space is nowhere near enough. Forcing everything into my storage only invites deadly trouble. Wait. My strange eye's second-tier power accelerates time within the silver barrel. At 20-fold acceleration, the hidden treasury activates and becomes my private storage space. 10,000 spirit stones advance the heavenly eye to its second tier. I pour spirit stones into the silver barrel and watch their energy disappear. There should be enough here, I say, expecting the transformation to begin. Nothing changes. I add another pile, then another, but the strange eye continues consuming everything without advancing. The remaining stones suddenly look far less abundant. The last substantial pile vanishes into the silver barrel, yet the barrier still holds. I grit my teeth in command. Still not enough, absorb them all. Energy surges through my strange eye at once. The pressure finally breaks, light floods the hidden space, and the second tier stabilizes. At last, my strange eye successfully enters its second tier. A hidden treasury unfolds before me, forming a storage space 3 zhang wide that answers directly to my will. From now on, this storage space can continue growing with me. With this power, no one can ever probe the secrets hidden within me. Deep in the valley, I discover rewards beyond my original mission. It grants me the Yinyu fruit and greatly increases my strength. With the mission complete and my secrets secured, I decide it is time to leave. Outside the valley, a fellow disciple notices my return and calls me over, eager to learn whether I survived the trial successfully. He looks expectantly at me. "Junior, how did your mission go?" "I completed it without failing you." After inspecting all 3 high-quality mission items, he declares, "Junior, you have passed. From this moment onward, you are a formal disciple of the cultivation sect." A formal disciple at last, yet this achievement is only the beginning. This is merely my first step toward breaking Felix's fatal curse. Still, that first step finally gives me somewhere to stand. This residence now becomes my true home within the cultivation sect. The spacious rear courtyard even contains fertile soil reserved for cultivation. It cannot compare with the accelerated medicinal garden, but ordinary medicinal herbs should still grow well here. Only extremely wealthy households enjoy such luxury. Memories of my old village return. Even I never imagined receiving an allowance and living like this. However, my current outfit hardly suits the status of a formal disciple. After deciding to change clothes, I enter a shop where a senior sister notices me. She offers assistance, so I greet her. "Senior, I hear that clothes are sold here." She welcomes my request. "Of course, clothes are available, but you seem newly promoted. This shop only accepts cultivation sect contribution points from formal disciples. Servant disciple points are useless here. Do you have contributions?" "None yet." I produce several spirit stones. "Can these be exchanged for contribution points?" She confirms. Of course, though their exchange value receives a small discount. Normally, 1 spirit stone costs 100 contribution points under the rules. Selling 1 back earns only 90 contribution points. I nod. "Understood." The vendor points towards several disguises. Buy a hat or mask. 30 or 40 contribution points will hide those facial marks and prevent trouble during the trading fair. The mention of the Valley Trading Fair immediately catches my attention and suggests opportunities beyond ordinary sect exchanges. I turn back to the senior sister and ask, "What happens at the Valley Trading Fair?" The secrecy surrounding it already sounds promising. She gestures for me to lower my voice before explaining when the disciples gather and what they exchange there. The senior sister explains, A gathering is held on every odd-numbered day. Everyone trades for whatever they need there. That seems worth seeing. Just then Wyatt approaches. Wyatt studies my appearance. Brother, you have changed so much that you are nearly unrecognizable. I laugh off his joke. What brings you here? He reveals several spirit stones. These repay the ones borrowed last time. Without your help, the assessment would have remained out of reach until September. Wyatt adds 5 more. These are a small token of gratitude. Please do not refuse them. Faced with his insistence, I accept. Then I will not be polite. Wyatt mentions the sect merit hall. There may be missions available there. Will you come along? Gladly. Then let us take a look together. At the sect merit hall, Wyatt spots Jared. Wyatt steps forward. Jared, it has been too long. We are here to take a mission. Jared recognizes him immediately. Wyatt, you actually transferred back from the jade mining region. Nearly 15 years have passed. Any longer there would make anyone useless. Jared then studies the unfamiliar junior beside him. Blake eyes me. Are you also newly promoted? Yes, sorry to trouble you. Blake nods. Please step outside. There are private matters to discuss with Wyatt. I stop the elder. This concerns my parents. He is my friend. Speak openly. Blake looks surprised. Since when do you have friends? Very well then. His expression turns grave. Your parents' deaths yield one clue. Someone betrays them. Wyatt stiffens. Betrayed? Do you mean Shane's disciple? Blake, please explain. The elder explains. The disciple joins your parents' mission and discovers a precious bowl beside them. To monopolize it, he sells your parents out to pursuing demonic cultivators. They die horribly. He then offers Shane the bowl and becomes his disciple. That treasure carries him to his present position, a precious bowl tied to demonic cultivators. A chilling possibility strikes me. Could that supposed treasure be the blood spirit bowl Felix mentioned? Blake warns Wyatt. Though this truth is now yours, don't act rashly. Shane stands behind his disciple as a powerful protector. The man himself commands the 8th Kai refining layer, far beyond your strength. Wyatt's gaze sharpens. Rest assured, Blake, understood, but what evidence supports this? Blake has none. Solid proof would put this before the sect law enforcement hall already. 2 demonic cultivators are overheard discussing it in an independent cultivator's marketplace. Combined with his offering of the treasure, the account is almost certainly true. Wyatt nods. Understood. Thank you for revealing so much, Blake. After searching everywhere without any success, the truth finally falls into Wyatt's hands. Yet Shane's disciple commands the 8th Kai refining layer. Wyatt's jaw tightens. He remains far beyond my strength. Wyatt pivots. Enough, we came for a mission. Blake, what do you recommend? Blake considers the request. A mission, there are several worthwhile ones available. Available tasks include collecting beast blood, medicinal herbs, or mineral ore. Outside tasks carry danger. An accelerated medicinal garden needs a guard. It pays few contribution points, but it is safe, and that spirit-rich region has abundant spiritual energy for cultivation. This assignment suits you. Wyatt decides. This one is mine. Then he turns to me. Which mission? Let's go. I don't plan to take any mission yet. Wyatt frowns. No mission. Cultivation demands persistence. The 4th layer is much harder. Work diligently. Thank you for the warning, Wyatt. I understand. I simply have another plan. At that moment, 2 sect brothers approach and call out to us. One fixes his eyes on me. Are you the person we seek? Yes. By order of the Deputy Hallmaster, every candidate from this assessment must be investigated. Please cooperate with us. A troubling possibility flashes through my mind at once. Has the incident involving that person already been exposed? What exactly are you investigating? Before an answer comes, someone cuts in. Wait. Derek steps between us. This matter has nothing to do with him. At the valley, the investigator reports. The formation's Spirit Stone warehouse has been robbed. The new disciples have already been checked. This group has no involvement. The investigators relent. Since Derek vouches for him, that settles it. Apologies for the intrusion. Farewell. Thank you, Derek. He waves it aside. No thanks, your assessment results are good enough. There is no reason to let pointless questioning delay your cultivation. However, listen carefully. Derek's expression hardens. The temporary warehouse theft is no minor matter. Be cautious with anything of unknown origin. Conduct yourself carefully from now on. Things of unknown origin. How many things in this world have perfectly clear origins? No one can ever uncover the truth of what happened in that concealed county. At the Valley Fair, outer disciples freely trade what they have with one another. The place is exactly what I need. Though crude, it takes less from us than the merit in trading halls. How much? The vendor grins. Good eye, 2 cost 1 spirit stone. Another disciple scoffs. This quality is terrible, yet you dare charge so much. It might explode in your own face the instant you try activating it. Laughter follows nearby. Talisman drawing is still new, so the work is rough but cheap. My attention shifts to a book. What is this volume? Aaron sold it. These basic talisman notes cost only 5 spirit stones. I hold up the worn notes and repeat incredulously. You want 5 spirit stones for this? You are not selling a book, you are hunting for a gullible fool. Senior, it costs 3 stones and already includes ready-made runes for practice. I lower the booklet and counter. 3 spirit stones, that is already generous. Deal? The vendor relents. 3 spirit stones it is. The vendor finally extends his hand. Fine, consider the discount the price of making a friend. I complete the exchange without revealing my interest, tuck the notes away, and leave before he notices how carefully I guard them. Sure enough, there is a secret. Back in private, I spread the pages beneath the light and examine every mark. My suspicion proves correct. How could supposedly rudimentary notes contain instructions this complete? The visible writing only disguises a second pattern, and each careless-looking stroke carries precise direction. I follow the hidden sequence slowly, afraid that one mistaken reading could destroy its meaning. 3 inches left seal the returning stroke. 7 fen right mark the end point. Compare every marked distance and trace the direction of each concealed stroke. None of these lines are random. Together they form a deliberate route pointing toward treasure hidden by the royal house. Whoever created the notes buried the map beneath basic talisman instruction, ensuring ordinary cultivators would dismiss the booklet before recognizing its true purpose. I memorized the route before closing it. The royal house hid this route exceptionally well, so its secret survives unnoticed. If my interpretation is correct, this map is worth far more than 3, 5, or even 10 spirit stones. An innocent man suffers for possessing treasure, and this map alone means searching an ocean. At the 3rd level of Kai refining, even finding the treasure site leaves me too weak to claim it. One careless move could bring fatal trouble instead, so reaching the treasure now is far too dangerous for someone at my level. This cannot be rushed. Improving my strength remains the immediate priority. Talisman making becomes the first stepping stone toward the strength I need. I approach the senior sister at her stall and greet her. Senior sister, it has been a while. She studies my face before glancing toward my empty supply containers, already guessing why I have returned. I place them on the counter and wait for her price. Grace looks me over. You finally came. Have you used up the beast blood? Your beast blood is good, but its quality still has room to improve. Grace does not deny it. Good eye, this blood is hunted in the wild and only crudely refined, nowhere near the purity achieved by the sect facility. The senior sister finishes her explanation and adds, the price remains fair despite the lower purity. Even so, Grace, I will take all of it. The old price applies, 350 contribution points for the entire lot. There's also something I want to ask you before our business is finished here. What do you want to ask? Grace waits for an answer, watching me closely. Have you heard of any nearby cultivator from a declining Huang family? Aaron, no one comes to mind. Outer disciples number in the thousands and come from countless backgrounds. A surname alone will never find him among people with such varied origins. The senior sister studies me suspiciously and asks, why search so hard? Does Aaron owe you money? It concerns the origin of a cultivation manual, so I want to trace its roots. When the senior sister admits she does not know, I let the matter drop. She offers, if you need anything else, come find me. I understand hunting beasts and gathering spirit herbs. I thank her, but the clue to the royal descendants still remains out of reach. I will have to search elsewhere for another lead. For now, raising my strength matters more. I still lack enough spirit stones. My remaining spirit stones cannot cover every expense, so I calculate how many talismans can replace the missing payment. Each successful talisman preserves stones for cultivation while building a steady source of income. The approach depends on controlling my failure rate, because wasted materials could erase the entire advantage. My first attempt fails, leaving the lines disconnected and the materials ruined. I study the broken pattern, identify where my control slips, and prepare another sheet. Without the heaven-piercing string's assistance, relying on touch alone still falls short. I slow my breathing and guide the brush carefully. Every line requires absolute precision. One tremor, uneven width, or mistimed turn ruins the complete talisman. Their width has to match, the rhythm must stay even, and every turn must remain clean. The final stroke joins the pattern without breaking its flow. I lift the brush, inspect the stable light across the paper, and whisper, it is complete. The heaven-piercing string really can help me control the talisman. As long as I cast this fireball talisman, spirit stones should keep flowing in. So what if someone is at the 8th level of artifact refinement? Once I save enough spirit stones, reaching the 4th or 5th level is only a matter of time. The difference between stronger disciples and me is only temporary. Once enough spirit stones support continuous cultivation, I can close that gap level by level. I keep this certainty hidden, because revealing ambition before gaining strength would only attract rivals who prefer me weak. Jonas spots me with Nora and greets me. What a coincidence, Han brother. I ask where they are going, and Jonas explains. We are preparing to train in the mountain expedition area, but we still lack enough means to protect ourselves. Jonas has heard that I have been drawing spirit talismans lately. I call it a crude experiment, but Jonas refuses to let me downplay it. I saw you draw a fireball talisman yesterday. Its quality was no worse than one from the sect trading hall. That is exactly what I want to hear. Then this is perfect, Han brother. We are gathering supplies, but spirit talismans are too expensive. Could you sell us a few more cheaply? Their request gives me a chance to earn spirit stones, so I consider the deal. The secret of the magical realm with accelerated time needs spirit stones to support it, and this is an opportunity. I agree with one warning. I can sell them, but everything I draw is low grade. I make the weakness clear. These fireball talismans have limited power. Jonas immediately accepts them. That is fine, something is better than nothing. The mountain expedition area is dangerous, so I take out 20 talismans. I offer them a lower price. 20 talismans will cost you 9 spirit stones. Jonas protests at once. Han brother, we are fellow disciples. This price does not feel very friendly at all. I hold my ground. This is already the lowest price. Each talisman costs nearly half a spirit stone in materials, and that does not include the ones that fail. Jonas realizes the difference. This really is half the outside price. Then he laughs. All right, I was only joking, Han brother. He settles on 5. I will buy 5 spirit talismans, but let me inspect the goods first. Jonas still worries they might be worthless. What if these are just duds? I would suffer a huge loss. The buyer carries 1 talisman to an open patch and tests its power before deciding whether the remaining 4 are worth purchasing. The result is merely adequate. Their power is so-so, but they will do. Jonas pays for 5 talismans, then immediately haggles again. The fellow disciple pockets the talismans and complains. "Hand brother, make them cheaper next time." Jonas changes the subject with an invitation. "Your talisman skills are impressive. Why not join us in the mountain expedition area 3 days from now?" I agree, since gathering the needed materials would help. Jonas smiles as I accept. The expedition can supply fine beast blood for talismans. A cold calculation hides behind that smile. Jonas clearly means me no kindness. Meanwhile, selling talismans produces spirit stones much faster than I expected. Every completed batch sharpens my control and funds another period of accelerated cultivation. Demand remains steady, materials stay affordable, and the profits accumulate without exposing my hidden treasury. For the first time, I possess a reliable path toward greater strength. With the Jade granting 20-fold cultivation time and nearly 1,000 spirit stones saved over half a year, everything is ready. Today, with every spirit stone arranged around me, I steady my breathing and drive the gathered spiritual energy against the barrier to Kai refining level 4. The barrier finally breaks, and surging spiritual energy completes my advancement into middle Kai refining. 4th level. So this is the power of middle Kai refining. This feeling is incredible. Power settles throughout my body. With this cultivation, the mountain expedition finally feels like something I can survive. Still, Jonas and Nora remain the hidden danger waiting behind this entire journey. "Jonas, Nora, you had better not harbor any crooked intentions against me." Later, a familiar companion approaches, clasps my shoulder, and greets me warmly. "Brother, you finally came." My companion studies me. "Brother, after so many days, your aura feels much deeper. Only recently, I am lucky enough to reach the 4th Kai refining level." 4th level? Absurd, your full discipleship is not even 1 year old. Comparing cultivation speed with yours is truly enough to infuriate anyone. The talisman business brings enough spirit stones to make this possible. "Martin, another matter brings me here today. I need your advice." At my book, Martin motions for me to continue. "Do you remember selling this to me? Talisman problems require Aaron's guidance. Where can that impoverished cultivator be found?" Our meeting happens by chance in a town near the mountain expedition area. Beyond that, little is known about him. He always seems to seek something. An ancestral relic. Do you know exactly what kind of object it is? No, he certainly looks impoverished though, and his cultivation is not impressive. He seems around the 4th or 5th Kai refining level. Seek him carefully. The mountain region has many tangled, competing powers, including cultivation sect disciples already active there. Local itinerant cultivator gangs operate there too, including 2 notorious rival groups. "Thank you for the warning, Martin. I will buy this map." "This is too formal. It is only a map, so forget payment. Your circumstances are difficult. Accept it as a gift between friends." Martin, words cannot express this debt. Whenever needed, I will never refuse. The vow settles between us. Soon, the nearby town appears on Martin's map. Descendants of the royal house are said to live within this town. After consolidating my breakthrough, I choose this town as my first destination. I pack my supplies, conceal my cultivation, and enter through its crowded gates beneath the royal house's watchful shadow. A fellow disciple sees that I am leaving. "Are you heading out now? Didn't you invite me to the mountain expedition in 3 days? Perfect. Jonas and your senior sister have discovered a spirit fruit there. It is nearly ripe, but a powerful armored beast guards it. Neither of us can defeat it. Come along and we split everything equally. You are both 3rd-level cultivators. Is that beast at least middle Kai refining? It likely has mid-stage Kai refining strength. How did you discover it?" My companion answers. "A secret tracking art can detect medicinal herbs. Miles, we are neighbors and fellow disciples. No one else earns such trust. That is why your help matters. Success brings you an opportunity too." His heartbeat turns uneven as he speaks. He is hiding something from me. Still, the mountain expedition area is exactly where I need to go. Even if he has designs, 4th-level Kai refining leaves me unafraid with caution. "I can help you, but if we meet danger beyond resistance, I will protect myself first." He readily agrees. "Naturally, you can rest assured. Let's leave, Jonas already waits there." I answer. "First, the spell tower." I nod toward my waiting companion and promise. "I will return after visiting the spell tower, and then we can depart together." With our arrangement settled, I turn toward the tower entrance. Inside, a man resembles the deceased relative. He must be the surviving kinsman. Inside the tower, I recognize that familiar face. The encounter chills my satisfaction, for enemies truly meet upon the narrowest roads when least expected. The red-faced man recognizes me. "You, what are you doing here now?" He links me to his relative's death. "My lord, I seek a spell. 4th-level Kai refining, you have already broken through." His surprise is immediately plain. I lower my head before the surprised official and answer modestly. "This disciple succeeds only through good fortune." "Good, very good. Which spell do you want?" The official's interest sharpens. I state my needs plainly. This disciple wants 1 defensive spell and 1 attacking spell. A colleague consigned this 5 elements edict. It surpasses ordinary low-grade spells. It costs 3,000 contributions. A discerning buyer should not miss it. The mention of all 5 elements startles me. I study the title again, wondering whether this neglected spell perfectly matches the mixed spiritual root everyone despises. Isn't that precisely my mixed spiritual root, the very one that everyone in the world despises? This art is useless to others yet priceless to me. My choice is immediate and I address the official. My lord, I am buying this book. I take it without hesitation. At the official's impatient order, I secure the book inside my robe and leave quickly. I suppress my excitement until the spell tower disappears behind me. You meant 5 elements cultivation to harm me, yet unknowingly gift me treasure. When you learn the truth, will you cough blood on the spot? Later at my old village, my companion studies me. Miles, this is where you grew up. Why stop at the entrance? At the familiar entrance, I stand motionless instead of walking into my birthplace. Nora, I want to look around alone. Wait for me in the nearby town. Nora hesitates. But we still must meet Jonas. Will you truly be alright returning alone? Being alone causes no problem. Some buried grievances from the past require complete privacy. These buried matters are simply not fit for an outsider to witness. In 3 days I will find you there. Nora relents. Then take care. She asks me to be careful and wait at the town inn. I thank her for understanding, then prepare to leave. Everything changes. The muddy road is gone, along with the ugly stones too. Even the yellow dog that always barked at me is nowhere around. The village has changed for the better, yet somehow it has also become utterly unfamiliar to me. A slender bird appears covered in hemp-yellow feathers with a narrow beak. Its beak is long and fine as a needle. Why does this bird seem so familiar? Yet I cannot remember where I have seen it before. With nothing left tying me here, why revisit this painful place? Perhaps I should never return to my home village after leaving its grief and resentment behind. Elsewhere that night, a local host notices a solitary visitor arriving unusually late and watches him approach the darkened village houses. The host steps forward and asks, "Are you touring Miles's former home this late, and do you require lodging?" The host boasts, "Our village produces Miles, so curious visitors arrive here almost every day. He recognizes characters at 6 months and fights tigers at 3. Everyone adores him, yet the village lets him leave to protect his future." The visitor feigns admiration and requests, "Please take me to see Miles's former home for myself." Miles, what will you think upon discovering your relative's horrible deaths? A member of the Han household appears before Adam. A host explains, "Adam is touring the immortal's former home. Treat our visitor well." Then he beckons Adam inside. Inside the old house, the host carefully prepares tea for Adam and presents the steaming cup with both hands. "Honored guest, the tea is ready. Please taste it while it remains hot." It uses water from the jar the immortal personally carried as a child. The host pushes the cup toward Adam and boasts, "Honored guest, nowhere outside this village offers tea like ours. Don't be angry, this cup costs you only half price. A cup is 10 taels of silver, so half price is 5. The host reaches for the pot and insists, "Drink this first and I will brew another." The visitor's gaze hardens. "What if I refuse payment?" The host blocks the doorway and warns, "The immortal cannot be insulted. If you refuse payment, you will never leave this village alive." "Interesting." The host snaps, "Enough nonsense, pay now. Ask anyone around the nearby town. Who anywhere in this region dares offend the Han family clan?" What impressive authority. The host finally demands, "What are you planning?" Adam answers, "All of you are going to your deaths." Inside the former home, the visitor looks across the terrified household and calmly condemns everyone present. His killing intent fills the room as he declares, "All of you can accompany each other on the road to death. Since you are Miles's family, you can die with them." Inside the tense house, another voice cuts through the silence immediately after the visitor delivers his murderous threat. The hidden speaker answers the threat with contempt. "You truly cannot distinguish life from death." The visitor orders his followers, "Continue searching for Miles. Whether he is dead or alive, this matter requires a proper explanation before anyone leaves." His men immediately spread through the surrounding village. At that same moment, I arrive at my distant destination after a long journey. I slow before the entrance, examine the unfamiliar surroundings, and search for the elder I have come to meet. A guide studies me. "Are you seeking a thin old man in red with pointed ears?" I ask the waiting guide, "Where is the elder?" He examines me before answering, "You are the person senior awaits. He is elsewhere, so follow me." I nod and accompany him. Before following the guide, I turn to my companion and say, "Understood, you should head back first and leave the remaining matter to me." Even after all my recent progress, the old devil's oppressive aura crushes the air around me. I struggle for every breath while forcing my trembling legs to continue forward. Before Felix, I bow deeply. "This disciple greets you, senior." Felix looks around. The cultivation sect truly is a blessed land. In only 3 years, you reach the 4th level of Kai refining. Everything is your gift, senior. Otherwise, I wait uselessly to die in snow. Your tongue is sweeter than before, but praise alone is useless. Felix dismisses my flattery with a cold stare, then demands, "How is the task I entrusted to you progressing? Report everything without concealing any failure." I kneel for forgiveness. "Senior, I failed to retrieve the blood spirit bowl. At least my investigation succeeds. I have already uncovered a crucial lead. Years ago, a cultivation sect steward takes the blood spirit bowl for himself. He later offers it to Shane, and the bowl remains in Shane's hands today. I am already seeking a way close to him. Please grant me more time." Dave's judgment follows. "You truly have put considerable effort into this matter. Word of the bowl's presentation reaches me too. You have not deceived me. This disciple dares not deceive you." Dave then asks, "What is your plan?" When it comes to Shane, seizing the bowl by force is absolutely impossible. Shane excels at crafting talismans, so I have begun studying the same discipline. By entering his tutelage through this craft and earning his trust, an opportunity may arise. Then perhaps the blood spirit bowl can finally be stolen from his possession. Dave doubts me. Can an unschooled mixed-root cultivator handle such delicate work? Please examine this low-grade fireball talisman. I draw it entirely by hand. Smooth runes and abundant spiritual energy. This certainly does not look beginner-made. Your talent for talismans is quite good. I call it luck, then insist. Given more time, the task will certainly be completed. His limit is clear. 3 years, bring the bowl before me by then. This is final, fail and you know the consequences. My answer is simple. Yes, the task will not fail, he claims. This old man is not ungenerous. These 300 spirit stones are payment for your hard work over 3 years. Return the bowl and receive tenfold payment, freedom from the curse and discipleship. My abilities far exceed your imagination. The promise draws my answer. Thank you for this generosity. This disciple would die for the task. Spirit stones, curse removal, personal discipleship. His promises sound better than any song. Felix is merciless. When that day comes, even my life may be lost. I resolve to preserve an escape route regardless of what happens. A sudden presence interrupts my thoughts, and I spin toward the darkness with spiritual energy gathered. Who is hiding there? Dave's command cuts in. Since you're already here, don't leave, stay where you are. The exposed observer curses me. You truly are colluding with demonic arts. May you die a miserable death. The curse gives me no identity, so I demand. Who are you? Why are you following me? Right before you stands the one responsible for slaughtering your entire family. You never saw this coming, did you? Your whole family now belongs to the dead. The victims include Henry, your younger brother, your sister-in-law, and your little niece. All 5 members of your family are dead, slaughtered cleanly without a single survivor. Thank you for intervening, Senior. Acting personally would only earn me condemnation as an unfilial son. The dying killer warns. Just wait, you cross someone you should never offend. There will never be a good ending for you. Sooner or later, you will meet your punishment. Dave immediately recognizes the bird. That species is naturally gifted at tracking its prey. Whoever you offend inside the cultivation sect clearly has extremely powerful backing. My answer is simple. This man's identity is completely unknown to me. As he dies, however, he admits that someone else orders this entire attack. Dave assesses him. Cultivation sect member at 6th layer Kai Refining, serving as an assassin. The trouble you have provoked this time is anything but small indeed. That name means nothing to me. They're clearly after me, but who sends them? The elder rebukes me. Do your missions, why provoke trouble? You're causing me problems. This is not my doing. That bully abuses his power and keeps trying to kill me. His uncle is Shane's disciple, the very man who offered him the blood spirit bowl. I have no choice but to fight back. The elder snaps. So you court Shane, yet make a mortal enemy of his disciple. Are you deliberately trying to infuriate this old man to death? Rest assured, I'll settle this feud myself and protect your grand plan. You had better. His warning follows without mercy. 3 years, this old man gives you only 3 years. If no blood spirit pill appears, your soul will scatter. Take this. He hands me something. You lack even a proper storage bag, how embarrassing. Now leave, this old man must depart and handle some private affairs. 3 years from now, this old man will come find you personally. I bow and announce. This disciple takes his leave. Back home, I stand before the silent bodies and feel old resentment twisting with grief. My voice catches as I whisper. Mother, younger brother, you have always treated me as a calamity. You cast me from this family, and now you die because of me. Our debts are finally settled. A familiar presence catches my attention. Isaac finally recognizes me, his words emerging in a stammer. Is that really you? When do you return? Just now, Isaac, why are you here? Your parents' deaths are horrific. Everyone fears that powerful man's grudge. No one dares collect them. This lonely old man has few years left. Tonight seems worth the risk. Isaac, you're a good man. Isaac studies me and speaks bluntly. Given Henry's temperament and your brother's nature, their fate today surprises nobody. Using your ancestor's name, they sell 1 cup of tea for 10 taels. They force people to buy it. Who can swallow such anger? Today they finally encounter someone far more ruthless than themselves. His account settles my judgment. Then they bring this upon themselves. Please go home. I'll handle everything here. Isaac has one final warning for me. Nothing ties you here anymore. Never return. Stay at the cultivation sect and train properly. Isaac, perhaps I'll never return. Cultivators and mortals ultimately belong to different worlds. With every remaining affair settled, I stand before the graves and offer the dead one final farewell. I lower my head, release the anger binding me here, and whisper. Rest in peace. Near the appointed meeting place, the junior disciple arrives and spots someone waiting beside the road. Jonas turns toward her. Junior sister, you finally made it. The fruit ripens within days. It will bring many spirit stones and greatly advance our cultivation. The junior disciple smiles and gives him full credit. This is all thanks to your sharp eyes, senior brother. There he laughs. Why thank me, we're close. The junior disciple warns. Don't fool around. Losing primal yin and yang makes foundation establishment nearly impossible. Wait until we succeed. Jonas accepts her answer with a brief nod. All right. He immediately sets their private concern aside and turns the conversation toward the approaching expedition. Miles still isn't here. Without him, defeating the armored beast will be difficult. He comes in 2 days to take over, so there is no problem. In the garden, the junior disciple asks, there are 6 fruits. Will the senior disciple truly give him 2? Jonas dismisses the idea. Give him 2, you're imagining things. He draws the beast's attacks. Once we take the fruit, he dies. Her companion recoils. What, you want him dead? He's our fellow disciple. Jonas rejects the appeal with a cold laugh. Fellow disciples, before profit, fellowship means absolutely nothing. Every extra resource leaves those so-called peers farther behind. Then you become a foundation establishment expert revered by everyone. Just feign affection so he trusts you completely and does our work. Everything else falls on me. Her companion reluctantly agrees. Fine, but don't genuinely cling to him. That would make me unhappy. What are you saying? I'd sooner love a dog than ugly Miles. Behind my back, her cold attention settles upon me. She watches my every movement while concealing the betrayal already forming in her mind. She hardens her resolve and silently condemns me. Do not blame me, you can blame only yourself. She fixes responsibility for the coming betrayal entirely upon me. With no hesitation or remorse, she decides. You trust other people far too easily. Why are you so late? I explain. A demonic beast delayed me. The fruit is nearby, inspect it quietly and don't wake the sleeping beast. When is it ripe? She answers. Once spotless in ruby red. 3 days from now, Jonas and your senior sister return. Then all 3 of us take the beast down together. Her warning follows as I accept the fruit. Guard it carefully, this fruit is extremely valuable, and losing it would ruin everything we have planned. So this is the vermilion jade fruit. This beast's defense is formidable. It won't be easy to defeat. This affair may not remain peaceful. Nora and Jonas only want me dead, but I am not easily fooled. 3 days later, Nora and Jonas arrive together at the appointed place. Nora steps forward, catches her breath, and announces, "We finally made it." After we exchange greetings, I face Jonas and clasp my hands politely. "Jonas, it has been a long time since our last meeting. How is the spirit fruit?" I answer. "It should ripen within 2 days. We cannot await full ripeness, the beast might eat it first." Jonas accepts the risk. "Naturally, let's inspect it first. If it ripens within 2 days, we kill the beast now." The fruit develops faster than expected. The beast's patience suddenly breaks as the fruit nears maturity. It prowls toward the prize, scraping the ground and growling. I tighten my grip on my weapon. "This is bad, we must act immediately." Jonas points toward the beast and orders, "You and Nora lure it away. I will take responsibility for harvesting the fruit." Nora immediately agrees. I rush across the beast's path, release my aura, and strike the ground before its claws. When its furious gaze locks upon me, I retreat toward open ground and shout, "Come on, beast, chase me if you can." Golden blades flare across the battlefield and hammer against the beast's armored hide. The violent barrage forces it sideways, but most strikes glance away without reaching any vital point. Another cultivator raises his hand and shouts, "Golden blade technique." Most blades miss its vitals. I cannot help here, I'll check on Jonas. I turn toward Jonas. How is he doing? Jonas forms the final seal and unleashes his prepared technique. 5 elements curse, Nora run now, this beast is already finished. Instead of collapsing, the beast turns and discovers the missing vermilion jade fruit. Its rage immediately fixes upon Jonas, who clutches the stolen prize while searching for an escape. Jonas halts Nora's retreat. "Stop running, we have to finish it." Nora staggers beneath the strain and warns Jonas. "Senior brother, my spiritual power is completely exhausted." Jonas rushes toward me and thrusts the prize into my hands. His gaze remains fixed on the charging beast as he orders, "Keep the vermilion jade fruit safe and do not lose it." I weigh the deadly danger against the treasure now in my hands and steel myself. The rougher the waves become, the richer the catch. The reward in my hands outweighs the danger behind me. I gather my remaining strength, choose an escape route through the rocks, and commit myself completely. I am risking everything for this fruit. I recognize their attempt to leave me facing the beast alone. Tightening my grip on the fruit, I reject their scheme. Using me as your shield will not be so easy. Behind me, panic erupts. That useless man is eaten and the armored beast is chasing us. Run. As they flee, I call out, "Jonas, Nora, my judgment of you is clearly wrong. Still, I bear no grudge. I've brought you a gift, so enjoy it." Their fury bursts out. "Bastard, you will die a horrible death." How is he this fast? He seems to have reached the middle stage. A shocked observer senses my cultivation and blurts. That ugly Miles actually reaches Kai refining level 4 before me. How can his progress possibly be so fast? A scream cuts through. "Jonas." The wounded speaker glares through the pain and spits out a final curse. "You will suffer a horrible death." The condemnation widens. "May your entire family meet the same horrible end." Human hearts amount to little. Luckily, I'm already at Kai refining level 4. I stare at the fallen body and suppress any lingering hesitation. Otherwise, I would be the one lying dead here today. This beast reaches the middle stage. Its blood may let me produce mid-grade talismans. I steady my breathing, gather spiritual power into the talisman, and prepare another attack. One more try. The black-skinned monster is incredibly hard to kill, but fortunately I have this fat sword to finish it. Despite its size, the beast yields only 10 or 20 jin of blood. The beast's blood retains decent spirituality. I should have collected it first. My true energy is badly depleted. Without recovery, any treacherous person could endanger me. Taking this armored hide outside should earn me at least a few spirit stones. The armored hide should bring several spirit stones. Carrying it into the merit hall, I approach the mission desk, where Jared waits to receive my report and examine my spoils. At the mission desk, the elder asks Wade, "Where have you been?" His curiosity is plain. "You've been gone for days. What good things have you brought back this time?" "Such harvest in 2 months." My answer is brief. Only luck. Each jade fruit earns 2,000 points. Black silver earns 1,000 per jin. Jared weighs mine at 5 jin. A little over 5, so I'll count 5 jin. Any problem? No problem. Nora and Jonas also went seeking jade fruit. Did you happen to see them? We entered the mountains together, then went separate ways. I haven't seen them since. They're probably still in the mountains. 6 jade fruits bring 12,000 contribution points. I count 5 jin as 5,000, bringing my total to 17,000. I offered Jared 500. Please accept this token. The elder accepts the gift. 500. You are certainly a considerate young man. Ask whenever you need help. My answer is immediate. Thank you, Jared. After I bid Jared farewell, my balance exceeds 10,000 contribution points, with more still remaining. The remaining 7,000 brings my total to 17,000, enough for one cultivation tower session. Its concentrated spiritual energy should advance my cultivation again. Following the path ahead, I soon find the cultivation tower standing quietly before me. This is the cultivation tower. It looks like nothing more than an ordinary tiny hut. Entering the cultivation tower, young friend. Yes, senior, but is this truly it? The attendant points elsewhere. That structure is the real cultivation tower. Third layer Kai refining costs 5,000 points. The middle stage costs 10,000. Late stage 50,000. Sessions last 3 months. Higher cultivation refines spiritual energy faster. Understood, senior. Kai refining level 5 means a payment of 10,000 points. The attendant confirms my payment. Correct. Enter through the passage leading underground. Find your own cultivation chamber. You will receive a reminder after 3 months. The attendant gestures downward. Go inside. I descend and immediately feel rich spiritual energy surrounding my entire body. The spiritual energy here feels exceptionally pure. I settle inside the chamber, circulate my technique, and begin cultivating without wasting another moment. After cultivating, I finally break through. The 6th level of Kai refining is mine at last. Have you noticed anything unusual here? Yes, the spiritual energy thinned for 2 days, then vanished. I was about to investigate. These last few days have been strange. Something mysterious suddenly drained every trace of spiritual energy. The senior finds the matter truly baffling. I will refund your remaining cultivation time. A possibility strikes me. Could this depletion be connected to my cultivation? My magical realm accelerates cultivation, so perhaps it consumes far more spiritual energy as well. You reach Kai refining 6th level in only 6 or 7 days. Yes? I was already nearing a breakthrough when I arrived. The senior nods calmly. I see. Go back, I will have it inspected and notify you once repairs finish. Thank you, senior. The vanished spiritual energy might seem minor, but the matter could easily become serious. If the investigators uncover anything unusual, the consequences could become extremely serious for me. A careful inspection may even expose my heaven-piercing eye, the secret I must protect above all else. Oh, my friend, is that really you? A familiar voice calls out. Martin, long time. His eyes widen. You back from Yantang Mountain already? I accepted a mission and returned as soon as it was finished. Were you not looking to improve your talisman crafting? The Talisman Crafting Institute is recruiting new disciples now. Anyone with basic skills may register, pass, and you become an institute disciple. You will even receive free lessons. The offer catches my attention. Tell me this is true. See for yourself if you doubt me, there is another advantage. Shane oversees the institute. Outstanding disciples may become his personal students. The path I have searched everywhere for suddenly opens before me. Becoming Shane's personal disciple would make obtaining the blood spirit pill far easier. Where do I register? At the institute entrance. I am free, so I will take you there. Thank you, Martin. At the entrance, he rouses the registration clerk. Wake up, I brought you another talisman expert. Martin, you are here again. Martin immediately gestures toward me. This is my close friend, a genuine talisman expert. Please register him. Please hand over your identity token and pay the 500-point registration fee. It will be refunded if you pass. I accept immediately. No problem. He presents a jade token. This proves your eligibility. Bring it to tomorrow's assessment at noon. Arrive before noon. Missing the time counts as voluntary withdrawal. Thank you, registration clerk. As Shane's disciple, that man may interfere with my attempt to enter. If he takes action, entering the Talisman Crafting Institute will hardly be easy for me. No matter what happens, I have no choice. This is the path I must take. At noon, Chief Administrator Nathan presides over the Institute assessment. The rules are simple. The administrator now orders. Complete 3 low-grade fireball talismans within half an hour. Producing all 3 counts as passing. This time, however, 50 candidates have registered. Only the top 20 among all 50 candidates receive admission into the Institute. My talisman paper has been altered. My earlier fears come true almost immediately. Someone has tampered with the materials placed before me. Examiner, my brush and paper are faulty. Please replace them. Everyone receives the same materials. Draw or get out. My materials really are faulty. The examiner sneers. You're just causing trouble. Get out, we don't need you. Another staff member intervenes. Speak calmly. If the materials are faulty, simply replace them. The examiner snaps. Replace what? His skill is the problem. Keep spouting nonsense and I'll hit you. I meet his threat. Come on then, hit me. This brush is seriously defective. 8 of you prepared these examination materials. Nathan frowns. Why? A staff member answers. Everything passed inspection last night. It changed this morning, we'll replace the brush immediately. I add. And the paper? I raise the paper. This is faulty too. The chief administrator orders. Replace everything and provide the same materials as the other candidates. Soon one talisman is complete. Already is this man a talisman crafting genius. To avoid standing out, I stop at 3 successes from 12 attempts. Mine are finished. 3 out of 12 over 30%. Even superior disciples can't reach that. You pass, here's a sect library token, a privilege reserved for superior disciples. You're also exceptionally admitted as an intermediate disciple. I bow. Thank you. I barely finished after more than 80 attempts. Nathan dismisses the concern. Passing is enough. Your success rate will improve after joining. Shane visits every 6 months. He personally tests the Institute's elite. You may catch Shane's attention. Shane comes every 6 months. If my work is outstanding enough, I will eventually meet him. You live there, mine is north. Another disciple occupies the eastern room. Thank you. The female Institute disciple continues with the rules. Intermediate disciples must submit at least 300 mid-grade talismans every month. Double that quota for 3 consecutive months to request promotion. Only after becoming a superior disciple do you have a chance. The ancient spirit warns me. Then Shane may notice your unusual abilities. With microscopic perception and the accelerated magical realm, 4 days are enough. After 4 days, I raise my mid-grade talisman success rate from 10% to roughly 25%. Then the certification deadline finally arrives. Genius, peerless talisman prodigy, you deserve a Talisman King certification exam. Talisman King certification, only superior disciples normally qualify for that. Elsewhere, the hostile examination staff member decides. He must never pass. Failure would leave him unable to answer to his patron. Elsewhere, the conspirator fears the brutal retaliation awaiting him if this assassination attempt ends in failure. Later, the assailant blocks my escape. Nowhere left to run. His identity becomes clear. On the mountain path, the assailant watches my profound artifact change direction repeatedly. Its speed and precision clearly exceed everything he expects. The assailant demands, "How can you control a profound artifact so deftly?" I answer, "Of course I cannot control it myself. Of course I can't. What you don't know is that this artifact isn't controlled by me. My hidden enemy, you send people to kill me again and again. For trying to kill me repeatedly, I mark every stroke of this debt against you. 5 attributes, 1,000 sheets each, including 210 finished talismans apiece. Complete them within 1 month. Fail any requirement and your Talisman King certification fails. The 6th Elder now stands before me. This assignment finally gives me the opening I need to display my talisman skills. I watch the 6th Elder examine each of my talismans. The tally is complete and nothing is wrong. Put these talismans into storage. The subordinate accepts. Yes, sir. Then what becomes of his assessment? Of course he passes. His Talisman King badge and rewards will be prepared. Simply issue an announcement and let the entire cultivation sect know about this. After all, this is the highest honor our Talisman Academy has ever received. From this moment onward, you are our cultivation sect's first Talisman King. Talisman King, Talisman King. Shane offers, "Become my direct disciple, will you?" I bow before him. "Master, please accept your disciple's respects." He answers, "Good, good, good. Now you are my 6th direct disciple. Return home and pack. Follow me to the northern inner region. Its abundant spiritual energy suits cultivation. Your facial blemish also requires careful study before the proper remedy can be prescribed." I bow respectfully. "Yes, master, I will return to my quarters and pack my belongings immediately." Entering Shane's tutelage finally completes my first step toward the blood spirit pill. At last, Felix, our reckoning draws near. My enemy cannot hide forever. We will meet again before long and then I will settle everything. 9 spirit roots, such utterly worthless talent actually exists in this world. Indeed, I possess 9 spirit roots, but my cultivation speed remains acceptable. At 6th-stage Kai refining, each barrier costs 300 or 400 spirit stones. 30 barriers fill the 7th meridian, will level 7 cost over 10,000. Exactly, at this rate, foundation establishment remains beyond reach for your entire lifetime unless you somehow earn a full 1,000,000 spirit stones. Talisman crafting earns money, but sect leadership may discover your enormous resource consumption. They will intervene over resources spent on 9 spirit roots. Master, your disciple understands. Let your master examine your face. Difficult illnesses are my latest study. My master recoils from the mark on my face. What kind of cursed thing is this? I stare at my master's sudden panic. "Master, what is wrong with you?" My master retreats and raises both hands. "Stay away from me." His terror confirms that the mark affects him directly. The red mark on my face is the all-seeing eye. Within my spiritual sea, the all-seeing eye completes another transformation and evolves to level 3. Its accelerated medicinal garden awakens, growing herbs at more than 100 times the outside speed. With this garden producing medicinal herbs, I no longer need to worry about lacking cultivation resources. I watch my master struggle against the hidden spirit. "Master, what exactly is happening to you?" "Dave, how dare you ruin the sovereign's plans, you old bastard." Soul and origin are separated. Without possession within 15 minutes both perish. "Your fault." Dave pleads. "Senior, spare me, a younger gifted body can be found." Too late, this sovereign watches all this time whether that boy can leave this realm, but your summons forces an early awakening. Now there is no choice, this sovereign can only possess your body. Inside the elder's mind, Shane pleads. Senior, don't. This old body cannot reach golden core. Possessing it gains nothing. Possess that gifted boy instead. His fortune is immense. The spirit counters. His immense fortune and my unstable essence make possession risky. Inside my master's body, the ancient spirit reaches a cold conclusion. You are the safer choice for possession. Inside the cave, my master fights for control one final time. He curses the invading spirit. You wicked disciple, you will suffer a horrible death. My parents sneer. You're hideous and disgraceful. Thankfully, your brother will support us. Villagers point at me. Isn't that ugly boy here for awakening too? If he becomes immortal, immortals might as well be everywhere. The recruiter snaps. Get away, looking like that you'll scare Adam off. Someone else sneers. Can the cultivation sect recruit nobody better? Even someone this ugly gets in now. I let those old insults fade from my thoughts. Everything that once tormented me now belongs to the past. I am no longer that ugly boy. I am stronger now, and no one can treat me as an easy target for casual ridicule again. These spirit stones are enough for 1 month of cultivation. A month here equals 1 outside day. I refine over 900 spirit stones. True energy surges through my body. I break all 4 barriers along the 7th energy meridian just as my master arrives outside. Master, you're here. I've worried about your health, huh? A black lotus mark has appeared between your eyebrows. My master steadies his breathing. It is nothing, an old illness flares up, but I have already suppressed the backlash. Master, your health still worries me. He answers. It's nothing. Only an acute backlash it's suppressed. Your cave residence in the mountain is ready. Move there today. The speed catches me off guard. So soon. My master pauses and looks closer. The red blotches on your face are gone, how? I answer carefully. I do not understand it either. Everything changes after you touch the mark that day. That day, your touch makes the red blotches seem alive. Once you leave, they become bloodlight, burrow underground, and vanish. This cannot be, they burrow underground. Then take a look, master. The heaven-piercing eye absorbs that blood energy completely. He cannot detect anything now. Let me inspect you, lest demonic energy has spread elsewhere in your body. How can this be? Did it really burrow underground? That was my source essence. Even underground, it should not escape my senses. I study my master's strained expression. Master, what is wrong? Are you sensing something beneath the ground? The sect merit hall seeks a cloud-winged beast. Retrieve it upon delivery. Raise it in the accelerated garden. Mix mature yeeming grass with cloud-winged crystal crab equally. Bottle it for my retreat. My injury depends on this, so do not fail. Understood, master. He produces a bowl. This is the blood spirit bowl. It refines blood essence automatically. You may borrow it, but never covet it. If anything goes wrong, you will answer to me. I bow. Never, master. My master turns toward his chamber. I enter seclusion now. Remember every word that I have told you. At my master's call, a white spirit crane descends from the clouds and lands quietly before us. Shane leaves me the spirit crane for transportation, ordering. Return it to the sect office afterward. I accept. Yes, master. Felix's blood curse still hangs over my head despite its fixed limit. If Shane returns immediately and questions me, how can I possibly stall him? Yet I cannot wait long enough to learn whether his injuries are genuine. Before I settle anything, a stranger arrives. Are you senior brother Han? Ethan sent by the manager to serve you. His unexpected assignment leaves me wary of this newly arrived servant. I eyes him. The manager arranged a servant for me too. Rest assured your cultivation stays undisturbed. Washing, cooking, and feeding the spirit crane are covered. Then leave the spirit crane here, collect its feed from the sect office, and care for it properly. Ethan offers to cook dinner. No need, I'll call when needed. The artifact has recognized its master, making it impossible to seize. I try placing the master-bound artifact inside the treasury, but even that vast storage space cannot contain it. I find no weakness anywhere. Shane prepares every precaution with remarkable thoroughness. I hesitate outside the cave. Has my master truly entered seclusion, or is he still watching me? Leaving now might let him trace the blood spirit pill and chase me. His tone suggests recovery will take months, otherwise he would never entrust medicine preparation to me. I wait several days. Once his seclusion deepens, I can depart, yet escaping Shane solves only half. If Felix later draws his blade and breaks his word, I still die. With the blood curse overhead, that path remains certain death. My life cannot depend entirely on Felix honoring his promise. I refuse this passivity. Curses are unknown to me, but finding a way to break mine changes everything. Tomorrow, I search the marketplace for forbidden texts and freedom from his control. Even if there is only the slightest chance of escaping his control, I must pursue it. At the marketplace, a vendor offers a fine longevity talisman, 600 contribution points if you're serious. Take it. I agree, and nearby disciples immediately point me out. Nearby disciples point toward me. That is the Talisman King and a fellow disciple of the famous prodigy. His talismans are first-rate. Wyatt approaches me privately. Senior brother, can we speak somewhere else? I lead my friend into the secluded valley. We can speak privately here. He finally reveals his request. Please lend me 50 mid-grade talismans. The request surprises me. Why so many? If you lack spirit stones, I can lend those. Wyatt explains. A training journey lies ahead. Talismans are more practical. Meet me at the sect courtyard tomorrow morning. Wyatt produces a gift. This jade pendant blocks spiritual probing. Take it as my thanks. I refuse the pendant. That's unnecessary, you should keep it. Through all my years in the sect, only Wyatt truly treats me as a friend. My friend presses the pendant into my hand. Refusing this means rejecting our friendship. His insistence leaves me no choice. Very well, I accept. I sense something unusual in Wyatt's mood today. Later, an unfamiliar visitor approaches my residence, and I immediately challenge him. Who are you? Senior, let's make a deal. The proposal irritates me. A deal, get lost. Coming here at midnight, are you out of your damn mind? Senior, there is plenty of money. Agree, and all of it is yours. I recognize the attacker despite his disguise. Shock freezes me for a moment before I ask, are you truly my friend? Inside the residence, the terrified victim recognizes his attacker and drops to his knees. Please spare me. The victim keeps begging. Don't kill me, whatever you want is yours. Inside the residence, the attacker raises his weapon. Your life is what I want. The victim finds no mercy in his eyes. Only now does the vast gap between 4th stage and 8th stage Kai refining become clear. Father, mother. Regret changes nothing. Back at the sect, I greet a senior disciple. I hear our senior disciple is in trouble. Do you know about it? Our senior disciple, you mean that particular disciple? Yes. Days earlier, an assassin attacks him and leaves him gravely wounded. He loses one arm and bloody holes cover his entire body. Unable to walk, he is personally carried back by the law enforcement deputy captain. Who is responsible? No investigation is needed. The assassin dies there, merely a 4th stage outer disciple. His name is Wyatt. At last, everything becomes clear. So the talismans you borrow are never meant for training. His true purpose finally emerges. You are still so young, no wonder the jade pendant seems unnecessary afterward. You leave already resolved to die, yet underestimate an 8th stage Kai refiner. Senior brother, what is wrong? Nothing. My next task is already decided. I explain my destination to the disciple. I need to visit the main peak medicinal garden and inspect a particular spiritual herb. Forgive me. My question follows. Master says the grass grows here, is it mature? The elder gives orders, but that luminous grass is still immature. You wish to inspect it, senior brother, very well. Inside, I spot the plant. That is luminous grass. At maturity, its leaves display silver spots like stars. These are plainly unripe. Master urgently needs luminous grass. My spirit spring may hasten its maturity. I'll take 2 plants and transplant them. A warning follows. They may die. Taking 2 from 9 leaves 7. If they survive, this may truly work. Then Master's urgent need is solved. If trouble follows, I bear it alone. All right, if the elder asks, please say permission was given. The risk is indeed enormous, so I return first. I sense the plant's vitality fading rapidly. Unless I act immediately, their remaining life force will disperse beyond any hope of rescue. I carefully examine the withered plants. They cannot survive much longer, and their last traces of vitality already flicker like dying candlelight. The accelerated medicinal garden can actually bring spiritual plants back from death. Moments ago, they resembled dying elders. Now they seem like vigorous youths. This accelerated medicinal garden is extraordinary. At this pace, only a few days remain. Then the luminous grass fully matures and the medicinal liquid is secured. Yet once the blood-spirit bracelet is taken away, another danger appears. Felix discovers the loss sooner or later. I cannot leave my life entirely in his hands. The method for breaking the blood curse still demands an urgent search. Then the wounded senior disciple enters my thoughts. Why not take his life while his wounds leave him weak? The decision settles in my mind. Senior brother, I'm the new healer. The sec manager sends recovery pills. Where is my attendant? He should be outside, just give him the pills. The visitor checks outside. There is nobody there. From inside, the furious cultivator shouts. Gone, that bastard dares sneak away behind my back. Inside the hidden chamber, a furious shout erupts. You brazen thief. The formation trembles as the deceived cultivator finally discovers my intrusion. The trapped cultivator glares at me and demands. Who exactly are you? I keep my identity concealed behind the disguise. You should already be able to guess. His expression confirms that he finally understands everything. At last, this great threat hanging over me is gone for good. With the target dead, the deceased relative's account is finally settled. My parents and younger brother are avenged, and Wyatt can rest in peace. I inspect the spoils and discover a medium-grade yellow tier spell, something I have never possessed before. I study the medium-grade yellow tier spell with growing excitement. Its complex circulation method requires at least the 7th stage of Kai refining for actual combat. Below that threshold, neither my spiritual sense nor true energy can sustain its power safely. My spiritual sense and true energy are both completely exhausted now. It seems this technique truly cannot be controlled below the 7th stage of Kai refining. I gather all my true energy against the final barrier and roar. Break. The obstruction begins cracking apart. The 7th stage of Kai refining, at last I have succeeded now. Only one night passes outside, but I train here for 20 days. This accelerated magical realm is a treasure capable of overturning fate. While I cultivate inside it, a sudden disturbance reaches my senses. I open my eyes and ask, what is it? Senior, great news, look at this. Ethan presents the object. I ask my attendant. Chixiao, did the Merit Hall send it this morning? His visit confirms it is exactly the Yunchai flute I requested. Excellent work. Rest for now, I will find you again later. This blood is far too little, but it will have to do. So this is the blood essence, it works. Ethan offers his respects. You have done very well. Deliver this jade bottle and let her personally to Master's retreat on Jian Peak. Wait until he emerges and place them in his hands. Take these 100 spirit stones. Senior, that is unnecessary. This duty already belongs to your subordinate. Take them, I am leaving on a long journey. Finish this, then return to your mountain and cultivate until I return. Understood, senior, these will reach the elder's hands personally. Later, an innkeeper welcomes me as a guest. A room for the night. An upper room for several days. The innermost third-floor room is quiet and undisturbed. Alone in this quiet room, I identify the three most urgent problems. First, Felix's blood curse keeps me from sleeping peacefully at night. Breaking it requires someone capable of unraveling restrictions or a powerful expert. That expert must kill Felix, yet neither option is currently within reach. Second, discovering the stolen blood spirit bowl, my master will furiously dispatch pursuers. Third, the royal treasure map remains unsolved, a persistent thorn in my side. The blood spirit bowl earns me many spirit stones, but remains dangerously burdensome. If my master follows its mark at night, even wings cannot save me. Strangely, this mark has glowed before. Why is it now lifeless, almost asleep? Master rune fused into treasure with blood survives while its owner lives. Beyond its owner's sensing range, the blood soul mark gradually weakens until it falls completely dormant. Then even a weaker cultivator may prevail with sufficiently resilient spiritual sense alone. That leaves one possibility, fleeing far beyond my master's sensing range. Even thousands of miles away, I wait for the mark to fall dormant. Then the heavenly eye may strengthen my spiritual sense enough to erase it. Elsewhere, Ethan serves the senior disciple. He ordered these 2 items delivered personally. Where did he go? Ethan can only answer. He never said. The orange night glow liquid surpasses expectations. He orders Ethan to announce the end of seclusion. Summon all 5 disciples, there's work for them. Then the elder discovers the theft. Traitorous disciple. The elder erupts. Beast such trust repaid by stealing this master's supreme treasure. Just wait, your sinews and skin will be torn away before death. The summoned disciples arrive and pay respects to their master. Where is the 5th? A disciple answers. Attack last month, he remains secluded. Useless, a 4th-level cultivator wounds him badly enough to hide away. Recently, this master devised a rune that accelerates cultivation. Stand still while the runes are drawn onto you. The disciples obey. Yes, master. From today onward, you 4 become this master's truly trusted disciples. One disciple asks, Master, what exactly is this mark? That rune does not aid cultivation, it is an ancient curse. At this master's will, it can take your lives or inspect your memories. Do not panic, serve faithfully, and you remain this master's good disciples. That is more like it. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th disciples, this master has a task for you. The 6th disciple stole this master's treasured bowl. Recover it by any means necessary. Succeed for a reward, fail and past affection will not save you. The 3 accept. Yes, master. Then he turns toward the 1st disciple. See whether the 5th is dead, if alive, send him here. He must come before this master, everyone else leave. Once outside, one disciple curses. He controls us, may he die horribly. The curse strikes. No. Under the curse's punishment he begs. Master, this disciple was wrong, please, the mistake is understood. This is a small warning, next time this master will show no such mercy. Elsewhere, a stranger calls after me. Young man. The call catches my attention. Young man, your brow and cheeks are red, bloodshed may be coming. A woman dismisses him. Worry about yourself first. He complains. Harsh truths offend the ear, kindness goes unrecognized. He turns to another woman. Young lady, an evil omen shadows your face. She drives him off. Get lost. Staggering away, he laments. Morals decline by the day, truly morals decline. My cheek has healed, yet he sees redness. Is this drunk an expert? I need someone to handle Felix, so I decide to test him. Senior, wait, I have something to ask. The drunk answers. What is it? I decide to probe the depth of his knowledge first. I ask him. Kai refining has only 12 levels, so how can anyone reach the 14th? The old cultivator scoffs at my question. The old cultivator scoffs at me. You are a cultivation sect disciple, yet you know nothing about Kai refining's 14th level. This old man truly knows his craft. One glance immediately exposes my cultivation sect origins. Senior, constant wandering keeps me from studying higher realms. Please enlighten me. My neglect leaves every realm beyond Kai refining's peak completely unknown to me. Normally, Kai refining truly has only 12 levels. The senior explains. The 14th level lies beyond the original 12 pathways. 2 additional pathways must open, the heaven and earth meridians. Notice how the 12 energy meridians cover the entire body except the head. The head stands isolated, and these 2 meridians bridge that glaring omission. They connect the Danshin directly to the sea of consciousness inside the head. Now I understand. What happens without them? The answer is blunt, you can still cultivate quite normally. But when a later realm requires those 2 bridges, your path abruptly ends. That realm becomes your limit, impossible to break through even before death. Which realm needs those 2 bridges? The question immediately follows his warning. That realm does not even exist within this world, is his answer. For you, it remains impossibly distant, so cultivating these meridians hardly matters. After all, even if you open them, they may never become useful. You may spend your entire life cultivating the heaven and earth meridians without ever reaching the realm that needs them. Yet leaving them unopened severs the road ahead. Better believe what might exist. Better believe than dismiss it. I quickly stop him. Senior, wait. There is one matter I must ask of you. I continue. The demon waits behind the Taoist temple on the rear mountain. My strength would burden you. Kill him, then bring his incorporeal body here. The senior fixes the bargain firmly. Once he dies, the promised royal treasure map becomes mine. I concede. Naturally, with your strength, I dare not deceive you about the Royal Talisman Manual's treasure map. The Royal Treasure Map matters, but nothing matters more than preserving my life. Understood, leave it to this old man, but are you sure he isn't Foundation establishment? I'm certain. His final doubt settles at once. Then this old man is going. With that, the old man leaves to face the demon behind the temple. Whether he can kill Felix or not, this venture serves another important purpose. At least it lets me probe Felix's blood pool. Elsewhere, a figure sees someone approach. It's you. You recognize this old man. Paul challenges, the stranger immediately answers, leader of the Immortal Alliance Paul. 3 parts mystery, 7 parts drunkenness, outwardly detached, secretly stirring every storm. The drunken Taoist Paul. The name lands before Paul demands, who exactly are you? The stranger taunts him, aren't you famed for never miscalculating, then calculate the answer. An escape technique activates, Paul lunges after him. You are trying to leave, stay here. The attempted restraint fails, wrenching a stunned cry from Paul. How is this possible? At the confrontation, Paul cannot withstand even one strike, despite being an expert of the heavenly meridian realm. Something goes wrong and Paul escapes before the attacker can finish him. The attacker snarls, you can flee but not hide, that wretched life is mine later. Paul, your remaining usefulness earns mercy from this old man for now. His warning continues, you had better make yourself useful to this old man. Otherwise, you become nourishment for raising this old man's cultivation. The threat leaves no room for failure. I check on the elder but he erupts. You brat, how dare you ask, did you deliberately set this old man up? No, senior, why think that? That man previously seemed merely a Kai refining. He possesses Foundation establishment cultivation. Calling that Kai refining was absolutely setting this old man up. That is impossible, last time I even fought him myself. He chased me everywhere but he could not have been at Foundation establishment. Did he just break through? The elder considers it. That seems likely. He is clearly only at the early stage or the possession banner could never have trapped him. I turn back to the mission, he snaps. Mission, that is a Foundation establishment expert. What mission can a tiny Kai refining cultivator possibly complete against him? Senior, I plan to visit the city housing the assassin branch. He immediately demands, what for? My answer stuns him. You cannot seriously intend to hire assassins against that old man. Exactly, there is no other option now and this mission matters greatly to me. I refuse to abandon it lightly. The elder recoils. You have gone mad. You know what assassinating a Foundation establishment cultivator costs. It starts at 100,000. I considered this before but could not bear spending the spirit stones. Now I must pay. My resolve settles him. Fine, what else can this old man say? Truthfully, this old man also wants that fellow dead. I wonder. Senior, do you have a grudge against him? No, the point is helping you kill him, but this old man's strength is insufficient. That settled, I prepare to leave for the city housing the assassin branch. The elder stops me with one practical question. Do you know how to contact them? Yes, the assassin organization supposedly leaves secret marks, but I have not found one yet. He mocks my eyesight. At this rate, forget assassin marks. You could not even find a spiderweb. Then he directs my attention nearby. Look there. I follow his indication. What is that? The assassin organization's mark. The crude mark surprises me. Is this not too childish? His answer comes immediately. What else should it be? Do you expect them to hang a proper sign beside the road? Following the mark brings me to someone handling assassination requests. I need someone handled. Do you accept such work? The representative probes. How serious is the target? The lowest assignment rank can handle it, but a guidance fee is required. Payment comes first. Kid, come over and pay. How much? The representative states the lowest tier without hesitation. The base reward is 100,000 spirit stones, plus a 20,000 guidance fee. That fee proves you came sincerely. Once the deal succeeds, all of it counts toward the reward. However, if you abandon the assignment for personal reasons, those 20,000 spirit stones are not returned. With the terms established, the representative turns to the commission itself. You wish to post an assignment? Yes. A form appears. Fill the target's detailed information into the corresponding fields. One problem emerges immediately. What happens when the target's true name is unknown? A code name also works. After I complete the available details, the representative checks the form. Let us see whether anything is wrong. The information proves sufficient. On the final page, write your offered reward. I ask, how much? For early Foundation establishment, at least 100,000. The form leaves room to increase that reward according to my available wealth. A higher reward makes the assignment easier for assassins to accept. I choose the minimum, then use the lowest amount. The grade catches my attention. Medium grade spirit stones. The representative corrects it. That should be low grade. There is no need to change it. One medium grade stone exchanges for 100 low grade stones without any problem. The representative hesitates over the fortune involved. Are you certain you want to pay using medium grade spirit stones? Since that's possible, write the payment in medium grade spirit stones. The clerk nods. Return in 2 months. If the mission is complete, you can settle the remaining payment then. If not, you may increase the reward or withdraw the mission. Inside the hall, the deputy hall master bows. Greetings, hall master. Why are you here? A newly accepted mysterious deer mission requires your decision. Mysterious deer assignment in the city, targeting someone at Foundation establishment. Inside the hall master stiffens. A foundation establishment expert. The deputy confirms. Yes, our only mysterious steer assassin is away and may not return in time. At the desk, the Hallmaster marvels. Medium-grade spirit stones, a formidable employer. The deputy ventures a suggestion. Why not let your disciple attempt it? He already holds a silver badge. Completing a mysterious steer mission across an entire cultivation realm would earn him a gold badge. That suits me perfectly, bring him here. Gavin soon arrives. Master, you summoned your disciple. Inside the hall, the master presents the assignment. Examine it, dare you accept? Gavin recognizes the opportunity. Mysterious steer assassination. Master intends this as the gold badge examination. Correct, complete it and this old man guarantees your promotion. Your reward share also rises to 70%. You will also receive priority over every mission. Gavin accepts immediately. Rest assured, Master, your disciple accepts. There the Master warns. Never underestimate foundation establishment, even at its earliest stage. It stands worlds apart from Kai refining. Judge the situation carefully and preserve your life. Later, after promising, your disciple understands. The hired assassin meets his employer Miles at the agreed place. Gavin recognizes Felix as his target and silently marvels that they meet again this way. He resolves to settle the inner obstacle Felix represents along with the assassination. Gavin salutes me. This Gavin greets the employer. I study him. Gavin? Correct? He looks surprised. Does my lord know this Gavin? Before answering, I ask him to inspect the map. His eyes follow the river winding around the mountain like a jade belt. This place looks familiar. Recognition strikes him. Excellent, the guess was right. I press him. Where is it? Xian Mountain. Xian Mountain in Nanyang Prefecture. As a child, this Gavin visited the Y clan with his grandfather. Along the river, he explains. The clan occupies the mountain's southern peak. This stone mountain lies over 100 li northeast, somewhere so desolate that even Y disciples rarely visit. The location alarms me. Isn't Xian Mountain the territory of Nanyang Prefecture's Y cultivation clan? Exactly. Gavin explains. After the Huang royal house declined, its ancestors still maintained ties with the Y clan. Nearby, the assassin recalls his grandfather calling the record an old royal possession. Huang ancestor repaid the Y clan's kindness by hiding the family's remaining wealth deep within Xian Mountain. Unfortunately, later descendants lost the treasure map. Since it reached you, fate clearly grants you this opportunity. I admit, I hold the royal record, my petty suspicion wrongs you. I make him an offer. If Gavin returns unharmed, we can seek the treasure at Xian Mountain together. Gavin accepts my friendship. Your generosity settles it. First, let this Gavin slaughter Felix, that blood-soaked monster. Can Gavin's strength truly kill Felix? Before an answer comes, Gavin turns sharply toward the darkness. Come out. A hidden figure emerges. How did you discover me? Gavin faces him. The yin energy on you is too heavy. Felix finds that amusing. Interesting, how can a living man possess such extraordinarily dense yin energy? Gavin refuses to explain. His killing intent erupts as he charges. Enough nonsense, hand over your life. I pursue him, but he shouts. Stay away. A blade-shaped aura forms. I recognize him and shout. It is him. His hatred fixes on me. It's him. I continue the pursuit. The fleeing figure races onward, shouting. Stay away. A child, where can life go? It is only life. Someone suddenly calls out to the fleeing figure. Stop right there. The fleeing figure keeps running. An old man blocks the pursuit. What business brings you here? Madman, you dare run wild in Yunling City, who are you? The intruder answers. You needn't know, this belongs to Zhuang. Such insolence isn't tolerated on our territory. Turn back while you still can. The threat fails. Then face my hand, Felix. Felix actually follows me here. Zhuang's mission must have failed. If Felix learns from Zhuang that I placed the bounty, everything unravels. Yunling City is no longer safe. Just then my senior arrives. Senior, perfect timing. Felix has reached Yunling City. He fights a foundation expert. Zhuang fails, add money or quit. My senior considers it. There is no need to add money. Felix is nowhere near as simple as you imagine. He warns me. Even 100,000 may not secure his defeat. Give those funds to your senior. Restored foundation cultivation proves more reliable. Senior, most of my fortune is already gone. Nothing more remains. If this cannot work, then the bounty ends here. My senior remains puzzled. You claim orders send you to capture him. Why would Gyun sect want him? What is strange about an orthodox sect hunting a demonic cultivator? A demonic cultivator. The Immortal Alliance has problems if nobody recognizes him. Yet why does he practice demonic arts, with only early foundation cultivation remaining? Truly strange. His certainty surprises me. Senior, do you know Felix? Naturally, but his true circumstances will remain hidden from you. Since no more money is coming, we should leave. I stop him. Senior, something has been concealed from you. Please forgive me. He listens. The bounty on Felix is my decision. Gyun sect isn't involved. When my cultivation is shallow, he captures me and restricts my consciousness. See. He orders me into Gyun sect as a spy. I refuse his control. So I hire Zhuang to kill him, using you as my fault. What benefit does he seek from Gyun sect? My answer is simple. Cultivation resources. A troubling question surfaces. What exactly is Dave plotting? Has Dave turned demonic? So you want the restriction removed, not him dead. Exactly, once the restriction is gone, killing him no longer matters. Senior, with all your experience, do you know any method? Sit down and let me examine you. He discovers the culprit's unique sword cloud curse. This curse belongs to the curse arts, unlike an ordinary restriction. It activates within its sensing range whenever its master pays the price. He warns me, its master can kill you from 10 million lie away. That terrifying reach chills me, but he adds, there is a solution. What solution? I ask. My elder companion counters. Why should you be told? I immediately press him. What are your conditions, senior? Name them freely. As long as they are within my power, there will be no hesitation. 2 conditions. First, write an IOU for 300,000 spirit stones. Repay it when you can. Second, surrender the royal house's treasure map afterward. Accept those terms and the method is yours. I answer without hesitation. Deal? While the sword cloud curses master lives, only one solution remains. You must combine the soul cleansing curse with Bodhi soul stabilizing incense. Using them continuously, you slowly grind the curse away over time. The unfamiliar names stun me. The soul cleansing curse and Bodhi soul stabilizing incense. I've never even heard of either. Where am I supposed to find them? The soul cleansing curse is probably lost, but fortune currently favors you. He produces a copy. This happens to be one. I thank him sincerely. The incense is your responsibility. This diagram records its materials and production method. I study the diagram while he warns. Remember this when casting the curse. Light the soul-stabilizing incense before you, or the curse fails and damages your consciousness. I'll remember. His warning continues. Even possessing both components changes nothing quickly. This restriction cannot disappear in one day. Once begun, the treatment must continue. Persist until it is completely erased or suffer a backlash. I firmly answer. Understood. Thank you, senior. Once this restriction is gone, your kindness won't be forgotten. He dismisses my gratitude. No need, this arrangement is merely a transaction. Nothing more. I accept his reasoning and we continue onward. Along the road, my companion studies me. What is troubling you, Wade? Why keep sighing at such a young age? The question draws out my fear. I confess. The cave monster orders me back within 3 years. Just over 1 year remains and I fear becoming nourishment for his cultivation. My companion suddenly orders. Crouch down. Confused by the abrupt demand, I ask. What for? A seal can suppress your sword cloud curse, provided you never approach its master. Then he cannot activate the curse remotely while the protective seal remains. Last 5 years, provided you stay outside his spiritual awareness range. During that time, he cannot harm you, but the seal eventually expires. Once those 5 years pass, this protection cannot be applied twice. Resolve everything permanently within 5 years, or your final chance disappears. Otherwise, even this old man cannot help you. Relief floods through me as I bow. Thank you, senior. The token works.